Alright, let's get through these upgrades. Turn this audio down just slightly. But yeah, we have a couple things here. We have the Aokeo AK-58 boom arm stand, which is also known as the AK-59 now, which is mainly for a mic, but I actually bought it for the prompter, so I can have a low profile arm to move this around instead of just having a prompter kind of fixed in one sort of spot. So 3 joints or 4 joints kind of over here, where I'm going to mount this over there on the corner of my desk, and then I'll be able to swivel this out of the way whenever I need to. Hopefully, again, this is sturdy enough and holds the weight of the prompter, because I know that it is a screen and a hood. I do have other products from them. Actually, this top-down mount that's holding my Osmo right now is the same brand, but it's an overhanging just to kind of get that top-down view. But because this is going to be again more eyeline, I did want a different style, so this is what I was looking for here. And then the other thing that we have, of course, is the Elgato prompter. Kind of help with scripting, and we'll see if that improves my scripting. Also, just used for chat, and especially because I do a lot of work with video calls and stuff like that. So wanted to kind of explore that a little bit, because there is integration for Zoom, Slack, a whole bunch of other things. So we'll get into that at a later point. But yeah, let's get into the first one, shall we? Get our handy dandy gloves on first. I think I do gotta fix the camera a little bit. A little misaligned on the bottom there. Hold up. It's a little better. So it's very similar to my Elgato low profile arm, but the Elgato is more like this, just like 2 sections and then a joint over here, which is fine for my ROG Carnix mic. But this one, again, I did want like some additional length and for it to be able to kind of compress, and then since it's stacked, hopefully again it's closer to the eye line as well. Nothing on the sides. Talks about cable management, adjustment, weight, and the how stable it is. Then this is just the black set, just to keep everything consistent. Yeah, let's open this bad boy up. Just gonna open it this way because I'm gonna be assembling stuff on this side. Keep the warranty card and things that I'm not gonna use in here. Bring this adapter out just in case I need it for the Elgato later. But let's just go ahead and bring out all the components. So this is how it stacks, and right away this is looking very similar, like these pole pieces look very similar to my existing mount, so it looks like they just kind of adjusted how they're connected to kind of create this new product here. Should be pretty easy to assemble. Usually you just get the clamp on. Yeah, usually you just get the clamp on and then, you know, just kind of slot in these pegs with each of the respective matching parts. Then we have all these different adapters here. So again, I have this, there's already 2 on there, and then I have this additional piece here to see, again, which of the Elgato ones we potentially need. All right, standard clamp, desk clamp piece, right? Just got to unscrew that, mount it onto the part of the desk that you're looking for, and then this is just to kind of add some additional tension to this peg piece over here, right? So once this is locked in, adds more resistance and tension depending on how much flexibility you want. So this goes on here, and pretty much this is the exact same part. We put this here. Tighten that. And then this is the last part, which connects to either a mic or, in my case, again, the prompter. Exact same kind of fit here. And then the main difference with the this piece over here is that you do have the lock and unlock piece, which allows you to adjust the height of this arm. You can see all these cable management pieces, which you can just easily unclip and then feed your wiring through here. And then, of course, the top piece, just twist this to adjust and rotate the arm, and then also to move the ball head. And there's this larger adapter here. This adapter here. And then finally, for the smallest thread, you do get this small adapter mount. So for I think it's 1/4" threads, we can put this guy on too. So you have different options. I'm not sure which one we need for the Elgato, so we're going to keep these aside for now. But this is all tight, I believe. So I'm actually going to go ahead and clamp this onto the corner of the desk now, and then bring the arm in so you can see. All right, so it's clamped onto the corner there. And then I can bring this last part in view now, so you can see how this is connected here. And that's it. Again, I can adjust this to go higher, lower. Move this up and down, and that's ultimately where the prompter will get mounted. Just a matter of how. So we'll get that arm out of the way for now, and then we'll bring the prompter back up here. We got this big ass shipping label here, so you can't really see the front, but it does say it's display link plug and play, so that should be pretty easy via USB-C. It's a 9-inch display, so this is the original prompter. This isn't the new upgraded one, XL, just because I don't have that much space, and honestly, I don't have much experience with these prompters, so I wasn't going to go all in on the big one right away. All the fun details in the back, compatibility with different apps, what's in the box. And that's it. Let's go ahead and cut this bad boy open. I think that's it. This, I believe, is the camera mount for the back. It's the prompter itself. It's a lot bigger in person than it looks online, which is not a bad thing, just an observation. All one piece, very sturdy, decently light. Then, I'm guessing these are all the attachments. Right away I can tell you that the cord that's provided isn't long enough based on the fact that I'm using that extended arm and where my PC is placed in relation to where the monitor is going to go. So I won't be using their USB cable. I have a 10-foot cable that I'll be using here. I will need the shroud. And I don't need the setup rings because they are for DSLR. So do want to show, yes, it does come with the USB cable. It does come with the step-up rings, but I will not be using those right now. So let's figure out how to get this as turned into my one piece here. So first and foremost, connecting your camera. I don't need this because I'm just using the standard face cam. So it doesn't look like I need either of those. The universal shroud, I could just use this one here. So where's that shroud? Really quickly, there's it's already mounted with the Facecam Pro piece, and then there's a 1/4 inch thread here, and then 2 on the bottom. And we just want to take the shroud out first. This is, I think, the DSLR plate, which, yeah, we don't need this. And I'll keep that microfiber cloth in there as well. But this back shroud piece is what we're looking for here. So we basically just need to take off the current Pro backing here. And then we mount this new shroud. So that bottom piece clips in here. And then we use these silver screws to mount the shroud. I don't know where the other one rolled off to. So we have that here. Just toss this back to cover the camera mount when we're done. hold up. I got my buddy looking to get some stuff at a Toys R Us clearance sale. Let's see here. All right, what am I doing? I'm installing the back plate, right? So yeah, we're not using any of these ring pieces for a DSLR. Drew has my DSLR, so he's been shooting all the toy bacon with that stuff. So I'm just using the regular first gen face cam. So it's saying mount the face cam first and don't fully tighten. So I have my face cam off to the side right now, just floating. But yeah, obviously we want to clean this guy. I got it on, this is again the Mark 1. I got it on Facebook Marketplace years ago, but it still holds up, so. All right, so mount camera here. Let's get the sticker off. And we will mount camera here. Remember, it says not to fully tighten, so I'll make sure to heed that warning. All right, so this all right, it says tighten, get this on the back and do not tighten it fully, raise the L bracket so the Facecam Pro is level with the mold of the Facecam Pro backplate, but that's not what we're using. What about the standard? There you go, the universal. Where should a webcam go? Lift the L bracket so the camera's lens is centered on the prompter opening. Once centered, fully tighten it. All right. So let's go ahead and trying to figure out where the center line is. Universal. Move your camera as far forward as possible without hitting the glass. Okay, that's as far forward as possible, and then I need to, it says centered with the opening. I wish there was like a line on the side here. That would be nice. I'm gonna eye it and say center is around here-ish. And then I'm gonna recenter this front piece here. I think we're good. And then we just plug everything in now. Oh, hold up. All right, so it looks like we have everything connected. Prompter is ready to be mounted. What is this? That's for different webcams. I don't think I need that. That's already good to go. Ring backplate, double check the ball head. Elgato prompter connects via USB-C. Some cold shoe mounts. All right. Bringing in the mount that we just connected. As I mentioned, we're going to take this and figure out how to mount this onto the arm. I'm thinking I'm going to hold the front, or the center over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece on, and then I'm going to undo this ball joint so I could just spin it onto the bottom here. Alright, so looks like it's mounted. I just gotta tighten the bottom here. Alright, so I do have this original cable from the webcam, and I'm just going to try and plug that in directly and seeing if that has the cable and power delivery right away. So there is a port, a USB port right over here. So we're just going to plug this in and see what happens. And it looks like something is detecting. Ready to roll the camera, whether it's a video script or talking points, Camera Hub and Prompter give you full control over your delivery. Alright, so I'm going to open up the Elgato software now. See if there's any updates for the prompter here. Looks like I'm using the latest version. So everything seems to be working. I think I just need to get another USB cable and hook it up to the camera there. And I have the exact same, I think it's like a 10-foot USB-A to USB-C 10 gigabit cable. So one for the camera, other one for the prompter itself. So I'm not sure how much data, like power and data, are necessary. I was wondering if I could even just get like a USB-C splitter and run it into this, but I'm just gonna test the individual cables for now. But if I could find a way to split the USB-C and make that work, then that would be ideal. Let's see here. All right, that's one. Let's see where I have an open port on my PC. Just a second. All right, I have an extra PCI adapter that gave me additional USB-C ports. So let's see if my camera kicks in here. gonna see if there's a way to switch over to my... How do we get... Alright, so that is plugged in. I'm trying to figure out how to get my image on the back of the prompter itself. So far I just see output is on the prompter, horizontal flip, standard. I'm trying to figure out how I get my image feed on that camera as well. Do I have a dual split view? I think I might have preset one. That's my front facing. Switch over to side. I might need to reload the cam. The frame came up here. There we go. So it's picking up the shroud. But so this is the camera in the prompter right now. I'm just trying to figure out how do I see my picture in picture. Don't mind the mess behind me. Still trying to sort things out here in the setup. Hey Google, turn on neon. Let's get that extra life light going. There we go. Roll the cam, ready to roll the camera, whether it's video, script, or talking points, camera hub, and prompter give you full control. All right. So there's different things that I'm looking at right now, including the display, which has the output on there, power, horizontal flip, orientation, stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out how I get how to use it like as a monitor to like see my feed from behind. But let's see. I know that there's a couple other modes here: content, welcome, appearance. Where's the auto scroll? And voice sync constant. I'm gonna click on, let's see here. Voice sync automatically scrolls when you script. So let's try that out. Voice sync. CUDA required. Please install the CUDA to use voice sync. Alright, so that's some NVIDIA stuff that I need to download here while Alright. Let's see here. System Logitech Pro. How do I turn it on? Okay, voice sync is on. Auto loop, reading position. Downloaded that. Check if your microphone is selected. It is. Once ready, read your script. Select the play button at the bottom of the camera hub. on your prompter, active will appear on the top right corner, indicating that the voice sync is ready. Once you see active, you can begin speaking into your microphone and the script will automatically scroll with your voice. All right, let's try that, and we'll set it to auto loop as well. Let's actually elevate this a little bit. Or maybe I could just do it with the desk. Does this actually work? Ready to roll the camera? Whether it's a video script or talking points. Oh, a little delayed here. Camera Hub and Prompter give you full control over your delivery. Here in text mode, Prompter automatically mirrors anything you enter onto its screen. This way, you can stay on script while maintaining natural eye contact with your audience. With its familiar interface, Camera Hub makes it easy to organize your text, paste in text, or enter it as you go. Add emojis, bullet points, line breaks, separate content into readable chapters. Once your text is entered, add formatting to make it easier to read. Change font size and size, adjust backgrounds, text colors, fine-tune margins for ideal positioning. You can even adjust opacity to blend in the text with other background content. Keep experimenting until you find the perfect mix of style, and reliability. When you're done formatting, test out Prompter controls. Adjust control speed to match your speaking pace. Skip ahead or jump back. Pause between chapters, or scroll seamlessly. Got a Stream Deck? You can even control the prompter with a key press, a dial turn, or a tap of your foot. Okay now, how about some fun? Before you present, let's sharpen your skills with some tongue twisters. These challenging phrases help you read and speak like a pro. She sells by the seashore, and shells she sells are surely seashells. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. How do you do? See how fast you can go without losing clarity. So that was the test of just the auto scroll. So again, I was talking right into the prompter, which I'm looking at right now, with this mic, and I'm actually going to switch mic feed over to my ROG Carnix, which is this one here. Typically I use this headset specifically for like the Logitech headset when I'm doing unboxing and reviews, because I'm moving around the table and then the throw distance isn't fixed. Like I'm actually moving from here to here. So obviously you could see how far I'm moving away from this condenser mic over here. But I do use the condenser mic more so for streaming. And then I also use it for Zoom calls and work and stuff like that. So I'm going to switch the Elgato feedback or Elgato hub to read and detect my other mic here. Just a second. And that allows me to take off this headset for a more cleaner look. All right, so I switched over to the ROG Carnix X, which I mentioned earlier was what I was saying with the headset is that I mainly use this for reviews or unboxing and stuff like that, because when I'm moving around, you start to lose my voice as I get away from the move away from the condenser mic, as you can hear. Test, 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 right? So because I move around when I'm unboxing and stuff like that, I prefer to have my wired headset just to kind of keep the voice steady. But I think again, for more for work and for streaming, I typically use my condenser mic here, just so I'm like kind of sitting comfortably without anything on my head. I get to kind of relax and chill and stuff like that. So I think even when using the prompter, what I wanted to do is to kind of test to see, like, when I don't want to use the headset and I want to look a little bit cleaner, I could use this condenser mic over here and then still speak into it. So I'll read the exact same script that was provided on the previous one, which is already pulled up over here. So there should be an auto scroll feature as I'm reading through it, and it should start to move down. So ready to roll the camera? Whether it's a video script or talking points, Camera Hub and Prompter give you full control over your delivery. Here in text mode, Prompter automatically mirrors anything you enter onto its screen. This way, you can stay on script while maintaining natural eye contact with your audience. With its familiar interface, Camera Hub makes it easy to organize your text. You can paste in text or enter it as you go, add emojis, bullet points, and line breaks, separate content into readable chapters. Once your text is entered, add formatting to make it easier to read, change font and size, adjust background and text colors, fine-tune margins for ideal positioning. You can even adjust opacity to blend text into other background content. Keep experimenting until you find the perfect mix of style and reliability. So one thing, again, I'm only looking at the words right now, and the face cam is behind the mirror. I want to figure out how to load my camera feed so I can use it as a monitor to kind of see myself as well. But I'll continue through here. When you're done formatting, test out Prompter's controls. Adjust scroll speed to match your speaking pace. Skip ahead or jump back chapters. Pause between chapters or scroll seamlessly. Got a Stream Deck? You can even control Prompter with a key press, a dial turn, or a tap of your foot. So that's already sort of experiencing like the lag of the voice. I'm not sure if I can like adjust the speed on that, but I can figure that out. Okay, now, how about some fun? Before you present, let's sharpen your skills with some tongue twisters. These challenging phrases help you read and speak like a pro. She sells seashells by the seashore, and the shells she sells are surely seashells. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. How did you do? See how fast you can. And the text hasn't moved yet, so I don't know what's happened. I'm gonna try could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Still. So the prompter isn't moving, unfortunately. So the last thing that it does say on the actual script over here is, how did you do? See how fast you can go without losing clarity. So finally it made its way down to the bottom. Well, let's see again how I can potentially add my monitor behind the... Just checking to see what's on Google. Enable display mirroring. Connect your camera to the camera via HDMI. Use the OBS. Right-click the camera source and select your full screen. Use OBS projector. Alright, so I should be able to just pick this scene. Open projector. Where is this? Open projector and Elgato prompter. No, I want this. Oops. How do I open preview projector? There we go. Can I bring this over? New preview. I can bring it here. Why can't I bring it into the prompter though? Where'd it go? Alright, so if I stop the prompter, can I bring the window over is the question. Bring this over here. Alright, use OBS projector, open full screen projector preview. Where's full screen projector preview? Right click your camera source. Okay, found your source. Select full screen projector preview. Choose your Elgato prompter. Oh, I get it. Right click. Open source projector. Elgato prompter. No? Let's try that again. Open source projector, Elgato. Let's go here. Maybe I need to change a setting here. Output, power, standard, brightness control, type, display, chat. Text. Alright, so I can see it now, but how do I get the... Configure hub settings. If you still want to read text along the video, open Elgato Camera Hub software and reduce the opacity of your text so the monitor is still clearly underneath. Let's see here. Text. Where's the opacity? 80. Oh, sick. There we go. I am 50%. Maybe more. There's a lot of toys that I can do to adjust that. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to try and I'll have to do all my Stream Deck updates as well. Because I can customize this as well to control the prompter even more. But I think I'll do that offline. So right now I'm just trying to figure out a good setting to have everything in here. But yeah, looks pretty good so far. Like I said, I'm looking right into the prompter. I could see myself with a direct feed from the monitor. I could pull things into the shot. So here, just grabbing the blue shell, bringing that right up into the camera, being able to kind of like, you know, talk and just have that eye contact, which is pretty cool. All right. Now I'm gonna probably take my old mount off. And then I'm also going to switch feeds to my headset mic because I'm going to be moving around again. All right, that should work now. Let's get this condenser mic out of the way. And then we'll move the monitor accordingly. Switch over to top down, a little bit more appealing. And then what else can we put on here? All right, looks like the Wi-Fi is up, so I'm gonna go and just unplug some of my old mounts and shuffle a couple things over. All right, that's one less monitor, and then I think I could just slide everything over. Gotta find a spot for the speaker. Still trying to figure out how to get this guy in a good position here. I need to move the speaker over. I think that's the look. How do we tighten this bad boy? Wondering if I elevate this a little bit more too. Let's find this level. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with the angle. Low profile arm works, but I think that it's a little low. I didn't know if I gotta move the camera up. Slide this back plate up a little bit. I just noticed that you could see the bottom of the prompter screen there. I think that's better. Yeah, so the goal is, you know, a couple things. Being able to read chat and do Zoom calls and stuff like that, looking at that straight, while still being able to obviously switch through the different feeds and stuff that I have. This is my straight on for usually Zoom calls when I just kind of want to have everything framed up here in the center. So I can kind of switch through all three cameras. This is just on a boom, which I can move out of the way as well. Same brand as the low profile arm. That's what I use for top down. So when you see this here, that's this camera up top. fix this rotation a bit. All right, but going back to the side cam, the other reason why I wanted this type of setup was to be able to kind of get a different angle here. Now I feel like I need to get an arm that just specifically reaches things around, and that's mainly when I want to get like a side angle. So if I do want to do stuff this way, technically, I guess I just got to figure out there is a little bit of wobble or like droop. It looks like it just kind of like shifted a little bit off based on compared to the other angle that I had over here. But if I wanted to switch and do this type of stuff, or what I was doing earlier was switching between the headset that I'm using right now, which is only I really use for unboxing and reviews and stuff like that. But if I did want to switch over to my condenser, then I could pull over the condenser mic and then have a little bit more of a free sort of setup, cleaner look without having to wear a headset or anything like that, and still being able to capture some decent audio, being able to also just kind of like step, I guess, out of view or change the framing. In terms of how I sort of want this sort of to sort of set up. So one low profile arm specifically for the condenser mic, another low profile arm for the prompter, and then again I just got to figure out how I move it around, but things are just getting started. Let me quickly switch back to my headset mic here. Get the condenser out of the way, but yeah. Doing things this way, and the cool thing about that as well is, again, my Facecam Pro is right, like built in or like mounted into the back of the prompter. So, yeah. See if this will help, again, encourage more like scripted reads and other types of stuff like that, or even like being able to at least like look and have that eye contact when I'm having my calls with my clients for work, and then also engaging with the chat as well. So something a little bit different. What else can we do here as a quick test? I think I can pull the chat out as well. How do I pop out chat? Trying to figure out if there's a way to get my OBS chat onto the side there. Restream chat. Embed in stream. Nope. All channels. Trying to figure out if there's a way to pull it out of OBS. Maybe this. Trying to pull chat into OBS. I wonder if I can kill the prompter text now. Switch it over to display. Okay, so if I switch it over to display only, then it takes away the prompter text. I'm going to close the Elgato hub. Move size. Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't just turn, like I have the pop-out chat, which I can move around, but I can't seem to snap it to Windows the way that I want to. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to switch that in any way. Which is kind of annoying because I know I want chat there. I wonder if I could do it through Restream specifically. Chat settings, compact mode, colorize, nope. Embed in stream, no. Commands, bots. No, it's really weird. I wonder if I could snap it this way. I was just trying to hack and resize it on my main monitor while I still have... I wish there was like, you know, a snap fit, but that is not the case. Yeah, the second it goes onto the Elgato monitor, it loses all, like restores grayed out, maximize, minimizes grayed out, move. I only get move and size. I wonder if there's something in Elgato Hub that I need to enable. Output is the prompter, no horizontal flip, orientation is standard, everything else is good. Type, text, I'm gonna pick chat. Prompter is now displaying your stream chat so you can read. How is it pulling stream chat though? How does it know what account? Because I'm not just using a standard feed. It says that I could add a Twitch channel, but that's the issue, is I'm not trying to pull the Twitch chat. I'm using Twitch and Restream, so that's not really helping me right now, at least using the onboard. Just going through that hack again. I'm just literally physically resizing the top and bottom of the monitor here to fill the screen, and I'm gonna see if I could change the appearance, because the text is like super huge on the prompter now, so I wonder if I can, what's compact mode? Customize how that looks. Message size, I'm gonna put message size to 70. I think that's better. What's compact mode? Yeah, I think compact mode is better. Yeah, that's better. All right, so time to retire the old gear. Got the new low profile arm, so I will be listing a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Been going through storage, over the last little bit. Just trying to declutter and upgrade, downgrade, what have you. So, yeah, this is very similar to what I have going on right now, except this was mounted onto this universal telescoping mount, which over time I'm realizing, yeah, not everything is like at the fixed height that I want. I've had to mount this over just to kind of get more like lateral distance and stuff. So the low profile that I just installed right now is certainly better because it replaces both of these. And then, yeah, this kind of like pivoting kind of head kind of piece is already kind of built into that as well. So my new arm pretty much replaced all three of these, and then also has more structural stability than these, because thinner materials, a lot more wobble, where this seems to be, you know, the better way to go. I wonder if I can have chat and text display at the same time. Let's see here. So it doesn't look like I could change opacity once. I could change opacity at the text. Well, that's pretty much it, but pretty good. I mean, again, the face cam is in the back of the prompter over there. It's just a Mark 1. I can see my chat that I just pulled up from OBS over here as well. I could read the script. I did a couple of reads with both the Logitech headset I have over here and my condenser mic, which I have over there. So a couple things to try. So I definitely need to run this back and just kind of hear how the audio sort of looks, how the installation sort of looked, and then also how the you know, prompter sort of came together. So a couple upgrades to the streaming setup, and still a lot more to unbox and declutter here in the condo, as you can see. So you got the combiners in the back. I still have Menasor off to the side, which hasn't even been cracked yet, with the DNA Designs kit. I got like a whole bunch of DNA design kits to upgrade all my transformers, which I have to do as well. But that was the prompter feed. So I'll probably again play this through today and figure out what optimizations I need to make. But otherwise, I think that is good for now. I might do some maybe some gaming streaming or more unboxing later on today, but stay tuned and keep notifications on so you know when I'm back online. If there's anything you want to see specifically towards gaming, Transformers, action figures, tech, whatever else it is, let me know in the comments or shoot me a DM on Insta, and I'll do my best to accommodate. But otherwise, I hope everyone has a great Sunday, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.